April 6, 1994, brother turned against brother and neighbor turned against neighbor as Rwanda broke out in absolute chaos. It started when a plane carrying Rwandan President Habyarimana and Burundian President Cyprien Ntaryamira was shot down by a missile. While it has never been conclusively determined who the culprit was, many blamed Hutu extremists. This was a pivotal moment that changed Rwanda forever. Following the death of the Rwandan president, the Hutus, Rwanda's majority, ended their peace with the Tutsi people. Hutu extremists took control of the government and ordered all of the Hutus to kill the Tutsis, regardless of their relation. On April 9th, the killing began, and thousands of Tutsis were killed, first by grenades and guns, and then by machetes and clubs. Hutus flooded local hospitals, churches, and stadiums, and ruthlessly murdered large groups of Tutsis. Not only did these people share a country with the Hutus, but they spoke the same language, practiced the same culture, and many live in the same homes. The deep rift between these two people began in 1916. Belgium, an imperialist nation, claimed Rwanda as their own and made the differences between these two people even greater. Belgium issued ethnic identity cards to Hutus and Tutsis alike. Tutsis, the taller, more European-looking of the two ethnicities, were favored over the dark-skinned Hutus. The Tutsis were given the better jobs and had a higher status in society. The Hutus were treated like animals and were seen as lesser beings. Rwanda became independent in 1962, but the damage was done. The tensions between the two ethnicities continued to grow until the early 90s, until it suddenly exploded. In the 100 days after the plane crash, up to 1 million Rwandans were murdered, accounting for 20% of the population and 70% of all Tutsis. Rwanda borders were blocked by military personnel, women were savagely raped, and all tall Rwandans with lighter skin were brutally murdered with no further reasoning. During the genocide, more than 67% of the Rwandan women became infected with HIV, which became the deadliest weapon of the genocide. Other Tutsis were ruthlessly hacked apart by the machetes of the Hutu extremists. The Hutus that refused to kill Tutsi family members and friends were slaughtered themselves. U.S. embassies evacuated, fearing for their lives. Some of the only help Rwanda received was from the United Nations Assistant Mission for Rwanda. Its main contribution was helping the Tutsis and the moderate Hutus in need of shelter and safety. By July of the same year, nearly 2 million Rwandans had fled to the Democratic Republic of the Congo, where they were officially labeled refugees. The aftermath of the genocide left the country of Rwanda in shambles, and the people continued to feel its lasting effects each and every day. In only 3 months, 1 million Rwandans became victim of this deadly genocide.